Yo, what is up, people? It is your boy Ferro, and today we're going to be talking, discussing, theorizing about Zoan devil fruits, specifically a new transformation that they might have. Now, Zoans are usually regarded as the least favorable amongst the three classes of devil fruits that we know of as of right now, but excluding the mythical Zoans, which are known to be the most powerful versions of Zoans, and they're a lot rarer than Logia types. And the only two confirmed mythical Zoan users in the series are Marco's Phoenix devil fruit and Sengoku's Buddha devil fruit. But these are just the three types we know of as of right now. Paramecia's having the most potential and versatility. We've seen that with Luffy. Then we have the Logias, known to be the strongest types because of their ability to give the user the power of elements and intangibility. Again, Akainu, Katakuri, all these monsters. Then we have Zoans, who are again the least powerful, and that's why people think of them as lame. Now, Zoans are divided into four subclasses. They have the regular Zoans, carnivore Zoans, ancient, and mythical Zoans, and that's from weakest to strongest. The user also has three forms: the normal form, which is like his regular human form. Then we have the beast form, which is like the full form of whatever animal creature Zoan you have. And we have the hybrid form, which is a physical combination of your human form and the beast Zoan form. But again, all Zoans relatively have the same features except for mythical, for obvious reasons. But it includes things like physical strength, durability, and endurance. And Crocodile also stated that awakened Zoans have like crazy healing, recovery, and enhanced physical stats. But it is easily the most hated devil fruits because of how lame they are. Well, there was Rob Lucci, but Rob Lucci made his Zoan leopard form look really cool because he had Rokushiki as a skill set to back it up, unless it wouldn't look as good. You know, the leopard fruit is just a leopard fruit at the end of the day, but having a skill set is also good to make like devil fruits look cool. But apart from that, if you take individuals like Jack, you know, the mammoth and everything, you know, just swinging his tusk, yeah, it doesn't seem as cool as most other devil fruit classes. Now, going back to Zoan transformation, a new transformation I can definitely see Zoan devil fruit users having would be partial transformation, a lot similar to artificial Zoan smiles that Caesar created, whereas they can transform part of their body into parts of their animal Zoan. But unlike smile devil fruits, they can only turn respective parts of their animal Zoans into the correlating part on the human body. So you're not gonna have a Zoan head on your arm like the gifters in Kaido's crew. You would have a Zoan arm on the respective part on your human body. So the partial transformation is that they can essentially transform their arms or legs or whatever part of their body without transforming into the whole animal or creature. Now, there's also an individual in the series that I think has shown partial transformation, and that is Marco. Now, during Marineford, a lot of people didn't notice, but Marco was alternating between different states of his devil fruits. Now, he did show his full Phoenix form when he fought against Kizaru, and you know, that's when he blocked all of his laser attacks. Now, however, he hasn't shown his hybrid transformation. For the most part in Marineford, he was just in a state of like partial transformation, where he could just make his wings or his legs or just part of his body into blue flames. So that made a lot of people confused because that is not his hybrid transformation. His hybrid transformation would be more of a mixture of Marco's physical appearance and that of a phoenix, which he didn't show at Marineford. And I think Oda might be saving that for later, or the next time we actually get to see him, like for his next fight, maybe against a Calamity in Kaido's crew, because you know, Nekomamushi is looking for Marco as of right now, so he's definitely going to be a big help to Luffy during his fight, during the war against Kaido. Or it could just be against Weevil, because Weevil is chasing after Marco right now, because I feel like we didn't see everything Marco had at Marineford, given the fact that he was handcuffed for a good while in Marineford, because the admirals, they had a problem with him. He was a very hard guy to deal with, especially with a power like regeneration. You can essentially tank anything with that devil fruit, including Yonko level attacks. But for example, if X-Drake wanted to use a Rokushiki skill set like Shigan, he would just turn his hands into like the claws of a T-Rex and take advantage of its sharpness for more power or damage, or you know, pinpoint damage. But we might get more on this when we get to fight Kaido's calamities, or even with Jack's mammoth form. Partial transformations are more for convenience, similar to like hybrid forms, and maybe it could just help with sustaining and keeping your energy for longer fights. And there might be other forms depending on the base of the user. We saw that Rob Lucci was capable of changing his hybrid leopard form into like a slimmer, faster version of it. There could be other factors that could give you new forms. And knowing Kaido's crew, we know Jack is half human, half fish, half fishman, so his hybrid form might be a lot different than it would be for a regular person. In a way, it's like a combination of a fishman, a human, and a mammoth all combined into one body, like one being. But I can definitely see partial transformation being used by skilled zone users like Yonko commanders and supernova level characters, so X Drake. And there's Chopper, whereas he uses drugs to change into different transformations. You know, Chopper has 7 different transformations. So is there a chance we might get to see other people with more forms than hybrid and full form? Again, just like how Rob Lucci is using Rokushiki to change his transformation, Chopper uses drugs. So there is some kind of evidence that outside influence or you having a different base stats than regular people may give the users more forms than the ones we already know of. We also know your base stats also matters when it comes to Zoans. That's why a lot of people think Kaido is most likely unkillable because of that. His base stats casually tanks 10,000 feet fall from the Sky Island and shrugs it off like it was nothing. Now, how crazy is his Zoan transformation going to be? And it's not like Kaido has the weakest Zoan, he probably has the strongest one. Having the strongest base and having the strongest Zoan is just crazy. The physical stats of his base form would like multiply several times over. Thinking about Kaido's power definitely scares me, at least the physical aspect of it, and that's not taking things like Arnament Haki into consideration. So, you know, I think Kaido's the strongest Yonko in the 1v1 bet on Kaido, but that's just me. But I feel like Oda needs to add more depth to Zoans, because right now they're a bit underwhelming to say, and they do need some hype on their name. Paramecius and Logius just seem to be like on a whole different level when it comes to every aspect except physical traits that Zoans are specialized in. But that's about it for Zoans. There's nothing more for them apart from like their physical strength, durability, endurance, except the mythical class, because again, those are like the best Zoan class that gives the users different abilities. The one thing that could really put Zoans on that level would be awakening. We already know what Zoan awakenings are capable of, as explained by Crocodile back in Impel Down, but it might be different for each subclasses. Ancient and mythical most likely have the strongest if you think about it logically, and there might be more things than what Crocodile said. Like I said before, different transformations other than hybrid or full form. A good example would be a Berserk awakening form, a lot similar to Chopper's Monster Point, where the user would have a stronger form than their hybrid form, and that's where it might get a little crazy for the Zoans, whereas their durability, endurance, physical strength, and their animal senses would be just like on a whole different level, and mythical Zoans would gain even crazier abilities than that. We saw that Sengoku could actually create shockwaves that could clash evenly against Whitebeard's Guruguru no Mi, and maybe Marco can actually make hot flames, because you know the blue flames of Marco aren't hot. So you know, I think there's definitely more to Zoan Devil Fruits. But we're eventually gonna see how powerful these Zoans are when the Straw Hats finally go against Kaido and his calamities. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe for more One Piece content on this channel. And guys, I'm gonna be doing a 100x100 video, and I'm probably going to be reviewing the chapter as well when the series starts serializing again. I think it's like in a couple of days, like next week. I'm going to be reviewing it just like I do with One Piece. But again, 100x100 is a shady show right now. You know, it might just go back into hiatus like in the next week, next one chapter, and then we go back to hiatus. We might get a couple of chapters, then Togashi might just dip out. But I might just keep doing the videos about different topics, because there's a lot to talk about with 100x100. There's a lot, not as much as One Piece, but there is a lot to talk about when it comes to 100x100. But yeah, shout out to Ned Mac. He be putting out that work. So yeah, comment down below if you'd like to see that on this channel. But it is Ferrospace, and I will see you guys and girls later. Peace.